Matt Reeves never intended to making a superhero movie.
Matt was very, very clear saying he wanted to make this is a detective story, that right from the beginning. And so you think, okay, so he's the greatest detective in the world. What makes a good detective?
Look at you two, world's greatest detectives!
Inspired by noir detective films like Seven, Zodiac, Chinatown, and even Taxi Driver, as well as Frank Miller's Batman Year One.
When I was looking at the comics, I came across that sequence where Bruce, before he's Batman, creates this other alter ego, which is not Batman yet, it's the Drifter.
His goal wasn't to make Batman seem like a pillar of hope, like in Christopher Nolan's depiction.
I'm flesh and blood, I can be ignored, I can be destroyed, but it's a symbol.
Or like a kind of demon or demigod from the Snyderverse. His goal was immersion. Instead of asking how big Batman could get, Reeves asked how close we could get to him. And the city of Gotham represents that idea very well. Reeves wanted the audience to feel trapped inside Gotham rather than observing it from a safe distance. Some fun facts include The Riddler and Batman being written with Paul Dano and Robert Pattinson in mind. Matt Reeves was dead set on having Pattinson play Batman after watching him in Good Times. There's even a grocery store scene with the same name, likely a reference to the movie. When Robert Pattinson auditioned for the role, he did it in Val Kilmer's costume from Batman Forever.
I was putting on the suit from Batman Forever, and for one thing, the suit is pretty old. It's been in storage for a while. It's also incredibly precious. If I even slightly exert myself, I'm pouring sweat.
And the kid from the beginning of the movie, played by actor J. Lycurgus, also plays Tim Drake in Titans. And at the core of Gotham is no other than Batman. Matt Reeves approached him like more of a psychological case file and less of a superhero. This is a Bruce Wayne who is only 2 years into being Batman.
Who was being challenged by these crimes and who didn't know how to do all of these things yet. So you were seeing a Batman who was still becoming.
He's still experimenting, still making mistakes, and still using fear as his primary language.
They think I'm hiding in the shadows, but I am the shadows.
I already talked about all of this in a previous video I made that you can check out if you want to dive deeper into it. Reeves deliberately stripped away the billionaire playboy persona because at this phase of his life, Bruce hasn't figured out how to wear that mask yet. He's not role-playing as Batman. He is Batman. It's his true identity.
He doesn't know if being Batman is going to work or do anything. He's just compelled to do it. That's a kind of important differentiation of this Batman. Basically, the options are kind of death or being Batman.
Robert Pattinson's performance leans into this idea. His Bruce Wayne is sleep-deprived and almost emotionless. He moves like someone carrying constant weight, and when he speaks, it's usually with restraint or exhaustion.
You lied to me.
This version of Batman isn't trying to inspire people, he's trying to punish the city that took everything from him.
This whole thing starts really because of what happened to him as a child, and what he's doing is he's taking out his vengeance for what happened to him.
I always just get the impression that he just wants to keep recreating the night where his parents died. All the fights seem very personal. He's fighting a stranger as if they have personally harmed him every single time.
What makes this interpretation even more interesting is that Batman's obsession is framed as both his strength and his flaw. His relentless focus and drive on stopping criminals is exactly what makes him the machine that he is. But it also blinds him. He initially believes fear alone is enough to save Gotham.
I'm vengeance.
Not realizing that fear can be weaponized by others.
Who the hell are you? I'm vengeance.
And a huge influence on Bruce Wayne's persona was Kurt Cobain.
And I just one day put on Something in the Way by Nirvana. And there was something in the tone of that. I said, this connects to the movie. I don't know why, but this has to do with Bruce Wayne. I like the idea of a guy who's become like a rock star.
Hello, people of Gotham. This is the Riddler speaking.
One of the boldest creative decisions in The Batman was its reinvention of the Riddler. If you've ever watched any animated Batman show or played any of the Arkham games,
I did it! I actually did it! I mean, of course I did. Good. As expected.
it was pretty obvious from the jump that this Riddler was something completely different from the usual flamboyant trickster we normally used to.
I came up with the idea of having the character that he was interacting with being a new iteration of the Riddler.
Paul Dano's Riddler is a grounded, modern serial killer inspired by real-world extremists and the Zodiac killer. This version of the character fits perfectly into Reeves' noir vision. The Riddler isn't Batman's opposite, but his reflection. Both operate in the shadows, both believe they're exposing corruption. Bruce even recreates the Riddler's scene from the beginning of the movie, both of them spying on a criminal. The difference is where they draw the line. The film deliberately frames the Riddler as a warning, what Batman could become if he loses his moral anchor. This elevates their conflict and turns it into an ideological battle, one about justice versus vengeance.
No, yeah, I got an idea.
The batsuit is an evolution. This is the year 2 version, and I wanted you to get the feeling that Bruce had put that together in the Batcave.
Reeves wanted a suit that felt handmade and tactical, as if Bruce Wayne built it himself in a cave with obsession and trial and error. This is a year 2 Batman, and the suit reflects that. It's closer to military riot gear than superhero armor.
I wanted to see the seams. I wanted to see his suit had been scarred, and military gear was an inspiration for the crafting of it.
Every element serves a purpose. The chest emblem doubles as a blade. The gloves include tasers, as well as a grappling gun. Even the cowl was sculpted to feel skull-like.
Matt had talked about he liked the idea that he's like an MMA fighter. He's rougher, you know. I mean, he wanted it to be scary. So I thought maybe the cowl could be more skull-like. Some of this around here, it's kind of sculpted in like you would around a skull. And this nose piece, which is from the front, it's got that opening in the face.
Reeves wanted Batman to feel like an MMA fighter, heavy, relentless, and terrifying up close. The Batmobile follows the same philosophy. Reeves reimagined it as a muscle car prototype, something Bruce could realistically build himself.
I like that you can see the construction. It's not like it's alien technology or like repurposed super high-tech military technology. Like he's built it himself in his basement.
We really believed that Bruce Wayne / Batman alone, developing and building that car from scratch, and we thought that as an idea was a cool idea.
The look of the Batmobile hopefully reflects that he couldn't care less about his wealth and the Wayne Industries at this point, and that he's doing it all himself.
A relentless force of raw power mounted in a tight frame. And like I said before, the noir influence is everywhere.
I wanted to lean hard into the noir side of the Batman and make him the world's greatest detective, because that's what he started as, right?
There was something about doing it as a noir. I mean, even though Batman is always kind of a noir, but like it's never just fully committing to that world.
Heavy shadows dominate the frame, often swallowing Batman entirely except for his silhouette. Reeves deliberately played with how much of Batman's eyes the audience could see, sometimes choosing not to show emotion because hiding it was more powerful.
But within those silhouettes, you needed to see deep into Batman's character. So it became quite clear that we really needed to sort of skirt the line of fill light in the eyes or no fill light in the eyes, because not seeing into the soul of a character sometimes is more telling than seeing into the soul of a character.
Reeves also leaned heavily into practical locations. Liverpool's Gothic architecture gave Gotham scale and history that couldn't be faked.
When I was a child and I was reading the comic books, that building there, that's exactly how I saw Gotham.
When Reeves used LED volume technology for rooftop scenes, it allowed city light to realistically interact with actors' faces, making the scenes feel more real.
The idea is that the city streets below interacts into the faces of the characters, but you feel what is the conglomeration of all of those buildings together and the atmosphere illuminating the actors.
A city drowning in corruption, searching for something to believe in, just like the man stalking its streets. By the end of the film, Batman realizes that fear alone can't save the city. It can only expose its wounds, and that's what makes the Batman so good.